You can hit a 20. In fact, I know you can hit a lot of them. But if your darts look like this, one high, one left, one low, you stand there going, well, why aren't my darts grouping? And guess what? That was me, and that is me. All the time. It's one of the most frustrating places to be because you know you can do it better. It feels like you're close. Simply, the grouping just never tightens. Now, for a long time, I actually thought this was an aiming problem. Or something technical. Maybe my setup wasn't quite right. I'll fiddle with that. Maybe my alignment was off. Maybe I'll fiddle with that. Maybe I just need to focus more. Maybe I'll fiddle with that. So what did I do? Bam, fiddle. I adjusted it. Everything. All the time. After every dart as well. And sometimes it worked. But looking back now, I wasn't actually fixing anything. I was just chasing dart perfection. Let me show you what I mean. Now with these visits, this is the 20s with loose or no grouping. So the aim of me doing this was to show that when the first dart kind of doesn't land where it is, we have this kind of micro adjustment that we do. So that one was high, that one was low, and then that one was a little bit better next to it. So I'm naturally thinking to myself in these situations, like I need to bring it down or I need to go over it because I've blocked the treble bed. Whatever the case may be, it's just that slight adjustments that you're making more subconsciously than anything on that. So what I'm actually doing, I'm actually correcting what I've done. So rather than just going, okay, that dart was fine, it's in the 20s, I'm actually trying to throw it so it's going a little bit lower. That one obviously went higher, and that one went higher still. So when we're throwing it, we're going, okay, that's not perfect because it's not in the treble 20. So we make a micro adjustment, whether it's how we release the dart or where we pull our elbow, etc. So what I'm looking at here is the first dart doesn't need to be perfect. Look, if they all land in that top part of the 20 bed, it's great. So now I've changed the angle here slightly so you can see the grouping. Now I'm just going with the rhythm and the flow. One that's slightly under the wire, but it's still good grouping when you get them all like that together. We're amateurs, we're not going to get them all pinpoint every single time. But this kind of grouping, to me, is more than acceptable, especially when you're firing 140 like that. That one took a slight deflection to go down. So what I'm not doing in any of this, I'm not adjusting. I'm trusting my rhythm, I'm trusting my flow. So when the dart's leaving my hand, the first one, I'm just following it straight on. I'm making no micro adjustments. I'm not changing absolutely anything. I'm just going with the flow. And when you do that, you see the darts naturally will go closer together. So if I threw that one, I was like, okay, I need to go lower. I would end up going really low. So with these three here now, good grouping together. We take that all day long. It beats spraying and praying. Here, I just did it in the 4 just for a bit of a laugh. I was trying to get all three in there, but that grouping is super, super tight. So like I say, no micro adjustments, just going with the rhythm, going with the flow, following that first dart. And if it lands in that fat part of 20, brilliant. Just follow it, hit a 60. And one of them might deflect down into the treble bed. Who knows? Here we go, last one, treble 20, 20, 20. We'll take a ton. Look, we are amateurs. We are not professionals. Grouping it this tight every single time, it's not going to happen. If they're all in that 20 section, bum, 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 cool. But do you know what? It's even better if they're there or thereabouts, much closer together. That's what we want. That's where we know we've got the rhythm and the control. This is the problem. Adjusting dart to dart messes with my rhythm and also my aim. So naturally, they're never going to group, as you saw in the first part of that video. Because you're not grouping darts, you're actually chasing them. What I started realising in my own game was this. Grouping wasn't about better aim. It was about what I did after that first dart. Because most of the time, that first dart is giving you the line. But instead of trusting it, I tried to adjust it and fix it. Micro changes. So grouping doesn't come from throwing the perfect dart. It comes from not interfering with decent ones. Because when you adjust, your timing changes, your rhythm changes, your release changes. Then you're throwing 3 different darts instead of 1 repeatable throw. And you know when you go 20-25 or 20-21, that's not your aim breaking, it's your rhythm breaking. And that's the main difference. As you saw in that second part of the demo, same rhythm, same throw, no micro adjustments, just no chasing it. First part, if I was going high, I was adjusting come low, tiny little fraction movement, micro. But on the second video, or the second part of that demo, throw, 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 no, throw, throw, throw. They're all tight together, tight-ish. Just to also be clear, I'm not saying never adjust. If something's clearly off, like you've walloped your dart over here, then there's something off, then adjust. Most of the time, we're closer than we think. And then that adjustment makes it worse. Just stop it, stop adjusting. Look, you'll see Luke Litter sometimes, or any of the professionals, lob that last one into the board, just force it right in. And that works for him because he is the chosen one. But grouping isn't about forcing the darts together. It's about letting them land together. And most of the time, we're the reason that it doesn't happen. If your darts are always around the target, but never together, remember, it might not be your aim. It's probably more to do with what you do after that first dart. Here's a question. Do you trust your first dart? Or do you then adjust something? Let me know in the comments. If you're still with me, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Helps the channel massively and I appreciate it. Thank you. That's all for today. Thanks ever so much for watching, as always. And until the next one, I'll see you then.